Hi, this is Jeff Lovett, and thank you for watching another Decision 2014 political interview right here on WGRA.net. We appreciate all the folks that have checked out these videos of all the local candidates. And today we're talking to Todd Butler. Todd is an attorney here in Cairo, and he is one of the candidates for the Grady County State Court Judge position, which will be opening up this year. So I'm going to ask Todd the same three questions that I'm asking all of the candidates, so that you can get to know him a little bit better and hopefully make a more informed choice on election day. So Todd, the first question is, tell me a little bit about your background and your qualifications for being state court judge.
Well, of course, I meet the basic qualifications. I'm over 25. I've been 7 years in the practice of law, and I've been in the state of Georgia for 3 years. I've been a resident of the state of Georgia for 3 years. The broader qualifications, though, I think in terms of the breadth and depth of my experience in the practice of law, I've practiced places other than right here in Grady County. I've practiced in the federal courts I was a federal judicial clerk, my first job right out of law school. Those are very coveted positions, very, very contested positions. People fight hard to get those, and I got one of those coming out of law school. I practiced with a law firm that has a nationally known trial practice, and when we decided to come back here to Cairo, Georgia, I brought the experience, the skills, the knowledge that I gained in that breadth of practice, brought it here, and I think that in my practice here in Cairo, I have been able to demonstrate that that was valuable to me. Those experiences, the knowledge I gained doing that broad practice was valuable to me, and now I can bring it back here to Cairo, and that's been valuable to me in my practice, my private practice, and now I think that'll do well for the people of Grady County for me to bring it to the bench.
If elected, what changes would you make to the state court judge here in Grady County?
I want to be careful about saying what changes I would make, because suggesting that there are changes need to be made, that implies some criticism of the previous occupant of the bench. Now, that said, there will be changes because there will be a different judge, and the changes are going to reflect the demeanor of the judge, who the judge is. The court's going to take on a lot of the personality of whoever the judge is. There's going to be a seriousness and gravity that I'm going to bring, I believe. I've told this story a lot during the course of this campaign about the first time, about my first few months in the Navy, or my first few months in the fleet after boot camp and after training school. I showed up to my ship on November the 28th, USS John King, DDG-3. Showed up on the John King on November the 28th, 1988, and we got underway the next day for the Caribbean operation area, Puerto Rican operation area, ops area down there to practice, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, I was a 21-year-old kid. I was 1,000 miles away from mom down in the Caribbean. We went to Roosevelt Roads, Puerto Rico. We went to St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. Just had a big time. A few months later, we went back out to the same place. This time we were getting ready for fleet exercises, or we doing fleet exercises, getting ready for a deployment to the Mediterranean. We were steaming in company with the USS Iowa, the battleship, and again, we were having that same good time. We were going out, sitting off in the Puerto Rican op area. We were shooting the shells onto the Vieques beach. At night, you could sit on the bridge. You could stand up on the bridge when you had duty, and you could see the Iowa and those big guns going off, and those huge fireballs as it launched those huge shells onto the beach. So it was having just a great time. And then one morning, the captain, I was on the night watch, and one morning the captain woke us up and brought us all up to general quarters and told us about an explosion that had happened on the Iowa, and that was the first time I'd had the experience of something like that, where in that particular instance 47 sailors died, and I realized then that what I was doing there was not a party. It wasn't a game. It was deadly serious. We were dealing with people's lives. And I'm going to bring that demeanor to the state court bench here in Grady County. I'm going to take it deadly serious because we're dealing with people's lives.
So why do you think you're the best candidate for the position of Grady County State Court Judge?
Really go back to the answer to my first question. It's the breadth and depth of knowledge and experience. The types of work that I've done, I've dealt with federal RICO, federal and state RICO claims. I've dealt with federal motor carrier claims. I've dealt with intense and deep levels of civil litigation, and also with the criminal aspects. And everybody thinks of the state court as being just a court for processing misdemeanors. Okay, well, let's process misdemeanors and let's make sure that people get treated fairly, and let's make sure that justice gets done on both sides. Make sure everybody gets that fair shake as they come in front of the bench. But the other thing is, let's make that court useful. Let's make it actually useful so that when somebody comes in to the court with a serious civil claim, they can have a judge on the bench who can handle some of the most sophisticated and complicated litigation that they might bring to the court.
Thank you, Todd. And I appreciate everybody watching our video series here about the election this year. We're trying to do some new things on our website which inform our listeners and viewers about the upcoming election. Don't forget now, early voting is going on now through the Friday before the election day, and election day will be on Tuesday, May the 20th. There's 3 candidates for the judgeship for the Grady County State Court. They include the person we just interviewed, Todd Butler, Josh Bell, an attorney from Wiggum, and also Jamie Lewis, another attorney who actually practices up in the Camilla area. And we just encourage you to please get out. It's very important that people get out and vote. Typically, because this is a primary, it's an early time of the year, there's expected to be a very low turnout. But you can change that by making sure that you vote either early or that you vote on election day, May 20th. And you can find more interviews right here on our website, so check those out, wgre.net. Thanks for watching.